Imagine this. You're sitting in a cold divorce courtroom, already heartbroken because your husband of 15 years cheated on you with his secretary. Your in-laws, the people who once called you family, are now sitting behind him, smirking, whispering loud enough for everyone to hear. "She was never good enough for our son anyway. She's just poor white trash who got lucky." They laugh. The whole room hears it. But what they don't know, what nobody in that room knows yet, is that your quiet father, the man they always mocked for being just a mechanic, passed away 6 months ago, and left you something that is about to turn their world upside down. Keep watching, because in less than 5 minutes these arrogant people are going to regret every single word they ever said to you. Her name is Lisa. She is 38 years old, soft-spoken, always polite, the kind of woman who apologizes even when someone else bumps into her. She married Mark when she was only 23. He came from a rich family, old money, country club members, the type who look down on anyone without a trust fund. Lisa's dad, Mr. Thompson, was a simple man. He owned a small auto repair shop in a tiny town in Ohio. He wore flannel shirts, had oil under his nails, and drove a 20-year-old pickup truck. Mark's parents never hid their disgust. At every family dinner they made little comments. "Oh, Lisa, your father fixes cars? How quaint." They laughed when she said her dad taught her how to change her own oil. They rolled their eyes when he showed up to the wedding in a clean but inexpensive suit. They even told Mark, in front of her, "You could have done better." But Lisa loved Mark. She thought love was enough. She worked 2 jobs so he could finish law school. She cooked, she cleaned, she planned every holiday, she gave him 2 beautiful kids. And for 15 years she swallowed every insult from his parents with a smile. Then, one Tuesday afternoon, she found the texts. Hundreds of them. Mark and his 25-year-old secretary. Hotel receipts. Photos. Everything. When she confronted him, he didn't even look sorry. He said, "You've let yourself go, Lisa. What did you expect?" 2 weeks later, he filed for divorce and asked for full custody, claiming she was emotionally unstable. His parents cheered him on. They paid for the most expensive lawyer in the state. They told everyone Lisa was crazy, broke, and about to be out on the street. The day of the final hearing arrived. Lisa walked into the courtroom wearing the only nice dress she still owned. Mark sat there in a $3,000 suit, smiling like he had already won. His parents sat right behind him, dressed like they were going to a gala, whispering and giggling. When Lisa's name was called, Mark's mother said loud enough for the whole room to hear, "Look at her. She looks pathetic. No wonder my son left." The father added, "She'll be living in a trailer park by Christmas." Some people in the gallery actually laughed. Lisa didn't say a word. She just sat down, folded her hands, and waited. The judge started with the usual stuff: assets, custody, child support. Mark's lawyer painted Lisa as a gold digger who contributed nothing to the marriage. Then the judge said, "Before I make my final ruling, there is one more document that was submitted this morning by the estate of Mr. Robert Thompson." Mark frowned. His parents looked confused. Who the hell is Robert Thompson? That was Lisa's dad. The judge put on his glasses and started reading. "To my daughter, Lisa Marie Thompson King, I leave my entire estate, including all shares in Thompson Holdings, all real estate, all bank accounts, and all investments." The courtroom went dead silent. The judge continued, "Current estimated value of the estate, after taxes, $4.8 billion. Mark's mouth fell open. His mother gasped so loud it echoed. His father turned red, then white, then red again. The judge looked up and said, "Mrs. King, do you have the trust documents?" Lisa quietly slid a folder across the table. Inside were signatures, stock certificates, offshore accounts, everything. Turns out, Lisa's simple mechanic dad wasn't a mechanic at all. He was the silent founder of one of the largest tool and machinery companies in America. He started it in his garage 45 years ago, sold pieces to investors, kept the majority shares, and never told a soul. He hated attention. He hated rich snobs even more. He always told Lisa, "Let people underestimate you. It's the best gift you can give yourself." Mark's lawyer started stuttering, asking for a recess. The judge said, "No. We're finishing this now." Then he looked at Mark and said, "You asked for full custody and wanted your wife to pay you child support. Is that still your position?" Mark couldn't even speak. His mother started crying, actual tears, begging Lisa, "Please, we didn't mean it, you know we love you." Lisa finally spoke for the first time that day. Her voice was calm, steady, and ice cold. She said, 15 years. 15 years you called my father trash. You called me trash. You made fun of his hands, his truck, his life. My dad heard every word. And he still let you sit at his table and eat his food." She paused, looked them straight in the eyes, and said, "He told me before he died, if they ever hurt you, baby girl, you don't say a word. You just wait." So I waited. The judge granted Lisa full custody. No child support from her, of course. In fact, Mark now has to pay her substantial child support and alimony. The house? Hers. The cars? Hers. The vacation home? Also hers. Mark walked out of that courtroom with nothing but the suit on his back, and his parents screaming at him the whole way. "You idiot! You ruined us!" Lisa didn't smile. She didn't cheer. She just picked up her kids that afternoon, took them for ice cream, and started a new life. She still drives her dad's old pickup truck sometimes. She says it reminds her where she came from, and how sweet quiet revenge can really be. Sometimes the quiet ones, the ones who smile through the pain, the ones nobody thinks are important. Sometimes they're the ones holding the real power all along. If you've ever been underestimated, judged, or treated like you're less than, save this story. Share it with someone who needs to hear that karma always finds its way home.